Hello, well, it's been a couple of weeks. What are we today? Saturday. So it's Saturday, it's going to be really hot. So it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm just doing this before the sun comes up. So this is the hive we've been watching with the queen, and I think the queen had just started laying. So all we're going to do today is make sure she's still laying, see if she's got a good pattern. I'll show you a pattern when you come to it, what we want with a good pattern, and make sure she's not just a drone layer. If she's a drone layer, that means she's infertile. Fingers crossed. Let's have a look how she's got on over the last couple of weeks. So, I did put a piece of mesh on the top when it was really hot last heat wave a couple of weeks ago. So I put a piece of mesh on the top, and then I put half a brick there, and I put the roof on an angle so that if it did rain, which it didn't, but if it had rained, the rain would come off, but the bees would still be able to get air in the bottom and out the top. That's what that piece of mesh is for. Just give them a little bit of smoke. See what they like, being as it's so early. Doesn't look many bees in here coming up onto the super, but probably because they're only a small colony. So I'll take that off. That's better. Right, I've got a white queen excluder. People have had to be keeping an eye out, because what they've done, they made some queen excluders, some green ones. I've got some green ones, but mine seem to be all right. And the gap here hasn't been big enough for the bees to get through. So, but these seem to be getting through all right. Take those off. Good morning, ladies. Right, all I'm going to do is look to see what pattern we've got on. Really stuck together with propolis. Propolis is basically tree sap, and they fetch tree sap and they use it to stick everything together, block holes up they don't want, and it acts as an antiseptic in the hive, so it keeps everything clean. Oh yeah, we've got some nice pattern there. So on this frame, we just have a look, make sure we're all in shot. Right, so this is a frame out the centre, as you can see. That is all honey, which is the stores all the way around the side, and then that flat pattern there, these are all new bees going to be hatching. If she'd not mated properly, they'd all be lumpy, just be males, because it's bigger, as we've discussed. So that's really good. I'll try and get in close, see if you can see inside there. Let me try a bit of a zoom. So these ones here, you can see, are all capped, and then these here, that's the larvae. You can see the larvae on that. I don't know, if you look really hard, you might see eggs in them. I don't know. I'll have to look when I watch this video back. It's hard to see just from the. Some of those have got eggs in, some have got larvae, and as they develop on. So that's a little bit of pattern. Just pop that one to one side. The problem you've got this time of year is wasps. Bees are vegetarian, wasps are carnivorous. So what wasps do is they have their young in the hive, and they go out, and for the larvae they eat meat. So what they do is they go out, they're good for a gardener, they go out, they collect insects, bits of meat, bits of roadkill, anything, bugs. They take them back and they feed that to their larvae. The larvae produce a sugar syrup type liquid as a treat. So the more meat they take back, the more the larvae give them the sugars, and they become addicted. So the wasps become addicted to the sugar. So what happens this time of year is all that larvae is stopped, and it stopped producing that those sugars. Look, nice big pattern now we get a brood. Stop producing those sugars, but the wasps are still addicted. The wasps are still addicted to the sugar. So what the wasps will do is they come to your picnic or your ice cream or anything for sugar. Of course, this is basically a big block of sugar in here. So what we have is wasps trying to get in here now to get the sugar fix. So all we'll do to stop that is keep nice big strong colonies, and we'll close the entrances down. So the door to these hives what I make, you can adjust the doors, which is really handy for that specific problem. So I've shut these doors right down. If I remember, I'll show you at the end. But yeah, look, we're getting really nice big patterns now. Big slabs of brood. So this hive's going to boom in numbers. One slab of brood is equivalent to 3 slabs of bees once they hatch. So 3 frames. So steady. All's good. So this hive, we saved it from nothing, if you remember. Saved it from nothing, and now it's doing really, really well. So these here have hatched. The ones in the centre, they were laid first. So they've hatched, and they'll clean them out, and the queen will relaying those. And just an onward going cycle. Hatch and lay, hatch and lay. I'm not seeing the queen yet, but we're not too worried because we've seen eggs, so we do know she's in there. Let me know if you spot the queen. Oh God, it's stuck. That's getting towards the front, so we're getting towards, that's just a big slab of honey. Nothing more happening that way. I'll give them a little. Push them back. Keep an eye out for the queen. I think this queen has a blue dot, so she should be easy for us to spot. It doesn't matter if you don't see the queen, if you see eggs, and we've seen eggs, so it's not the end of the world. God, that's just full of honey, that one. And they're just slabs of honey. So everything's working well. I've not seen the queen this visit, but she's obviously in here. Put this frame back in that we first took out. They're a little bit aggy this morning, but quite early. Steady. So that's how they go down. And pop the queen excluder on. Come on. We'll be taking the summer honey. So we've had the spring honey off. This is the summer crop. We're taking the summer crop off in the next week or two. So anyone wanting any honey, never get in touch. And that'll be coming. So actually we've got written on here. So on the 1st of June, we put in a frame of eggs. We had 1 queen cell on the 7th of June. And that queen hatched. And check a couple of weeks later, and on the 28th we had eggs. So now it's about the 11th or 12th. It's Saturday, so you'll be able to work that out. So from the 28th we had a few eggs, and now we've really got quite a big hive of activity, as they say. So I'll put that all back together. That's that colony done. As I say, I'm trying to get round them all. And then this is the entrance, and you can see this here I can slide open or closed. It's a bit stiff, but yeah, that opens and closes. So what I'll do is I'll leave that tucked right down, because then any wasps coming have got to get through those guard bees. And you see this one here, that one with its tail, that's fanning its, I can never say it, Nasonoff gland, and that's guiding all the bees in. So yeah, so that hive all worked. everything's gone well. And what we'll do is we won't get any honey off that this year. We've just got one super for it to put some stores on, but we'll build it up, build its numbers up, get it a nice strong colony so it gets through the winter. Then next year we'll let the ground running and we'll have plenty of honey off it. Thanks a lot.